In the fascinating world of personality archetypes, Sigma males stand out as true enigmas. Unlike their alpha and beta counterparts, they move through the social hierarchy without conforming to the traditional leadership roles or follower dynamics. This unique independence is not just a trait, it's a statement. Sigma males don't easily let others control them, setting a powerful example of autonomy and self-sufficiency. Their distinct path in life, marked by a refusal to be swayed by societal pressures, underscores a profound strength and an unyielding spirit. In celebrating the Sigma male, we recognize the value of being unapologetically oneself, navigating life with an unwavering sense of self-direction. Number 16. Profound self-reliance. Sigma males embody the essence of profound self-reliance, a characteristic that sets them apart in a world where dependence on others for validation, direction, and support is commonplace. This self-reliance is not merely a preference for solitude or an aversion to social interaction, it is a deep-rooted belief in their own capabilities and judgment. Sigma males trust in their ability to solve problems, make decisions, and navigate life's challenges without undue reliance on external input. Their self-sufficiency is evident in how they approach life's obstacles, preferring to rely on their own resources and resilience rather than seeking easy outs or shortcuts through others. This trait fosters a strong sense of independence, allowing them to carve their own paths and pursue their goals with unwavering determination. Their confidence in their own abilities does not stem from arrogance but from a history of self-tested and proven competence. They are their own counselors, motivated by an internal drive that sees them through both success and failure without losing their sense of direction. This profound self-reliance makes Sigma males enigmatic figures who are difficult to influence or control. They do not bow to societal pressures or conform to expected roles easily, if at all. Instead, they stand as bastions of autonomy, inspiring those who value freedom and personal integrity. In celebrating this trait, we recognize the power of believing in oneself and the freedom that comes from not being tethered to the expectations of others. Number 15. Intuitive insight. Sigma males possess an innate ability for intuitive insight, allowing them to perceive and understand the world in a way that eludes many. This intuition is more than just a gut feeling, it's an acute sense of awareness that guides their understanding of people, situations, and the underlying dynamics of the environments they navigate. Their insights often seem to come from a deep well of internal wisdom, enabling them to make astute observations and decisions that might appear unconventional or unexpected to others. This intuitive insight is not a random guesswork but a refined skill honed through careful observation, experience, and a reflective understanding of human nature. Sigma males use this ability to read between the lines, anticipating outcomes and understanding motives and emotions that others might miss. This deep understanding of the human condition allows them to navigate social landscapes with finesse, despite their preference for operating on the fringes of traditional social structures. Their intuition acts as both a shield and a guide, protecting them from manipulation and guiding their actions in a manner that aligns with their core principles. This unique blend of insight and intuition endows Sigma males with a nuanced perspective on life, making them adept at avoiding pitfalls that trap the unwary. In a world that often prizes overt display and conformity, the Sigma male's intuitive insight is a subtle yet powerful force, enabling them to move through life with an unmatched sense of purpose and independence. Number 14. Mastery of silence. Sigma males possess a profound mastery over silence, leveraging it not merely as a lack of speech, but as a powerful tool of communication and self-preservation. This intentional use of silence sets them apart, allowing them to observe, listen, and understand the world around them without the need to dominate conversations. They understand that silence can speak volumes, influencing situations and outcomes without the need for overt expression. This quiet demeanor should not be mistaken for passivity, rather, it's a calculated choice that enables them to maintain control over their interactions. In environments where words are often used to manipulate or exert power, their ability to stay silent can disarm and unsettle those who are used to verbal compliance or opposition. Sigma males use their silence to think deeply, plan their next move, and only speak when they have something meaningful to say, making their words all the more impactful. This strategic use of silence also means that they're unlikely to be swayed by the noise of societal expectations, preferring to reflect internally rather than be influenced by external chatter. Number 13. Strategic disengagement. Unlike those who may confront issues head-on regardless of the circumstances, Sigma males excel in the art of strategic disengagement. This is not to be confused with avoidance or passivity. It's a deliberate choice to step back from situations that do not align with their values, goals, or require a disproportionate amount of energy with little to no return. They are adept at identifying battles worth fighting and those that are better left untouched. This selective engagement is a testament to their independence and self-sufficiency, allowing them to conserve their energy for pursuits that truly matter to them. By not entangling themselves in every conflict or drama, they maintain their autonomy, ensuring that they're not drawn into power struggles or manipulative dynamics. This approach allows them to stay focused on their path, undistracted by the turbulence that might consume others. Their ability to disengage strategically also makes them unpredictable and difficult to control, as they do not react in expected or easily manipulated ways. Number 12. Intellectual curiosity. Sigma males are defined by an insatiable intellectual curiosity that drives them to explore, learn, and question continuously. This trait goes beyond mere academic interest. It's a deep desire to understand the world, its people, and the systems that govern it. This quest for knowledge is not for show or to assert dominance, but is a genuine pursuit of understanding. Their curiosity leads them to diverse interests and hobbies, often making them well-rounded and knowledgeable on a variety of topics. This breadth of knowledge means they're less likely to accept things at face value or follow blindly. Instead, they're motivated by a need to understand the why and how, pushing them to think critically about everything from social norms to complex philosophical ideas. Their intellectual curiosity makes them resistant to simplistic explanations or following the herd mentality, further solidifying their independence and making them less susceptible to manipulation or control. Number 11. Creative problem solving. Sigma males excel in thinking outside the box, approaching problems and challenges with a unique perspective that sets them apart. Their creativity isn't limited to artistic endeavors, it's a fundamental aspect of how they navigate life. Faced with obstacles, Sigma males are likely to devise innovative solutions that others might not consider. This creative problem-solving ability is rooted in their independence and nonconformity. They don't feel the need to stick to conventional methods or follow the tried and tested paths. Instead, they explore new possibilities, experiment, and are not afraid to fail, as each failure is seen as a step towards a novel solution. This approach allows them to circumvent traditional barriers and limitations, often leading them to success in areas where others might give up. Their creativity in problem-solving also makes them resilient and adaptable, capable of navigating complex situations with ease. By relying on their ingenuity, they maintain their autonomy, further reinforcing their image as individuals who cannot be easily controlled or predicted. Number 10. Deep sense of integrity. Sigma males are characterized by an unwavering sense of integrity, a foundational trait that deeply influences every facet of their being, transcending mere adherence to societal norms of honesty or ethical conduct to embody a profound alignment of inner beliefs, actions, and words into a coherent, authentic identity. Valuing authenticity and fidelity to their core selves, even at the cost of solitude, their deeply ingrained integrity acts as a bulwark against the shifting sands of societal expectations and the pressures to conform, making them impervious to the whims of trends, peer pressure, or the quest for external validation. Decisions emanate from an internal ethical compass that esteems personal values, ethical principles, and an unyielding pursuit of truth, setting them apart in a world rife with moral flexibility. This integrity, both shield and sword, renders Sigma males uniquely resistant to the manipulative influences that sway the masses, exhibiting a stoic commitment to their values and refusing to compromise their principles for convenience, gain, or societal acceptance. Such steadfast adherence not only marks them as enigmatic figures who challenge conventional societal expectations, but also ensures they navigate life with a purposeful clarity, untouched by the ebb and flow of public opinion or transient desires. Their actions, driven by this core of integrity, reveal a profound self-awareness and a refusal to be anything but unapologetically themselves, highlighting a remarkable strength of character that defines their independence and renders them as individuals beyond easy sway, control, or categorization, thus enhancing their mystique and appeal as truly autonomous entities. Number 9, their unique approach means they don't just blindly follow rules or trends because others do. They greatly value their freedom and autonomy. When society attempts to force them into specific roles or expectations, they simply aren't interested. Their behavior isn't about being different for the sake of it. Rather, they question the logic of following rules that don't seem sensible to them. Imagine someone who constantly asks, "Why do we have to do it this way? Who decided this is the best way for everyone?" These queries are their constant companions. They prefer discovering their own route, even if it means choosing a less popular path. This can surprise those accustomed to the security of societal boundaries. Their decision to carve their own path makes them unpredictable to those who rely on traditional norms. Their independence and self-direction distinguish them. They march to the rhythm of their own drum, not adhering to someone else's playlist. Thus, attempting to govern them using standard methods proves ineffective. Number 8, great adaptability. Contrary to common belief, being highly adaptable doesn't mean you're easy to control. In fact, for those who don't fit into traditional boxes, like Sigma males, their ability to adapt is what makes them hard to control. These individuals are great at dealing with change, smoothly handling life's changes without losing their identity. They can fit into different social situations, observe, learn, and then leave without anyone noticing. This ability to blend in isn't a weakness but a strength. It's not about trying to be accepted, it's about understanding situations and, sometimes, using them to their advantage while staying true to their beliefs and values. Because they're good at anticipating changes and adapting to them, usual ways of influencing them don't work. If you try to confine them, they'll come up with a new approach or a different way of seeing things that keeps them ahead. This isn't just being adaptable, it's quietly resisting being shaped by outside forces. Any effort to control or predict their actions based on what society expects is bound to fail. Not because they want to resist on purpose, but because their ability to adapt lets them find their own way, taking unexpected turns as they go. Number 7, innate independence. While many people look for a sense of belonging and try to fit in with a group, some individuals are just naturally comfortable being by themselves. They don't need others to approve of them or accept them to feel whole. This natural independence is why they can't easily be controlled. They aren't looking to please or fit in with everyone else. Although they're fine with socializing and being part of a community, they don't rely on it to feel valuable. This independence makes them less likely to be influenced or manipulated by others. Many see these independent individuals as loners, but that's not exactly right. They might not have many friends, but they prefer having a few close, meaningful relationships rather than lots of shallow ones. They choose quality over quantity, which applies to their friendships too. They are selective about who they allow close to them and won't hesitate to distance themselves from those who try to control or manipulate them. Their independence is clear in how they make decisions too. They don't depend on what the group thinks or what others say. They trust their own feelings and thoughts. Number 6, highly observant. Sigma males tend to be quiet and very observant, absorbing the world around them without needing to be at the center of it. They pick up on everything from body language to patterns in behavior. It's as if they have a radar for the tiny details that most people overlook. They quickly notice when something is off, like if someone is trying to influence them or push them in a certain direction. Because they notice things that others miss, they are always a couple of steps ahead. This keen observation helps them stay true to themselves and avoid being manipulated by others. They see the attempts to control them and refuse to be anyone's puppet. By paying close attention to their surroundings, they dodge efforts to control them and make their own decisions based on what they actually see. not just what someone tries to tell them they should see. Their attention to detail allows them to make informed choices, considering the whole situation rather than just a part of it. That's why deceiving them or trying to guide them without their knowledge is almost impossible. They've spotted the move before it even happens. Number 5, skeptical of authority. There's a clear difference here that's hard to miss. While many people view authority figures as guides or leaders to be followed, individuals fitting the Sigma male archetype often approach them with a lot of skepticism. This isn't about being disrespectful or defiant just to cause issues. It's more about a deep-rooted belief in questioning everything instead of just following without thinking. Consider this: if you're used to accepting everything as it is, the idea of always questioning authority might seem overwhelming. But for Sigma males, it's just part of who they are. They constantly ask why. Why should this person be followed? What makes their guidance the right path? This ongoing skepticism comes from a desire to understand and make choices that are well-informed, not just to go along with everyone else. This questioning attitude applies to all types of authority, from societal norms and traditions to the rules in the workplace. Sigma males challenge what's usual, asking why for every rule or order. This relentless search for logic and understanding might make them seem hard to control to others, but it's not about being uncontrollable. It's about refusing to be controlled without a good reason. Sigma males look for logic, reason, and understanding. Without these, any effort to lead or command them is likely to fail. It's not about being stubborn, it's about demanding respect and understanding. Number 4, emotional detachment. Being emotionally detached isn't about being unkind or without feelings. It's more about possessing a strong personal identity that external emotions or situations don't easily sway. This characteristic is key to why Sigma males follow their own path. While others might get overwhelmed in emotionally charged situations or influenced by the mood of a group, they stay calm and focused. They look at things logically, making choices based on what they believe is right, not on what others might feel or desire. This detachment helps them stay on their chosen path, even when strong social or emotional forces could lead others astray. It doesn't mean they don't feel emotions, they simply don't let these emotions dictate their actions. They view emotions as pieces of information rather than commands. Because of this, attempts to influence or control them through emotional appeals or pressure are ineffective. They can step back, evaluate the situation, and respond in a manner consistent with their values and goals. This level of emotional independence is what makes them truly free spirits, not easily boxed in by others' expectations. Number 3, unpredictable behavior. Unlike most people who often stick to predictable patterns, Sigma males don't conform to the usual expectations, making them highly unpredictable. Just when you think you understand them, they'll surprise you with something completely different. This unpredictability is a key reason why they can't be easily controlled. They might be relaxed and understated at one moment, then suddenly spring into action the next. This isn't about being random, it's a conscious choice to live life on their own terms, which keeps everyone else on their toes. Sigma males don't follow a set schedule and don't appreciate being told what to do. They prefer doing things their way and at their own speed. This independence makes it hard for others to control or manipulate them, as it's difficult to predict their next move. They won't just obey commands without questioning them, which can unsettle those who are used to being in charge. Their ability to think creatively and act unexpectedly makes Sigma males challenging to influence. They act according to what they believe is right, regardless of others' expectations. They are their own guides and will only follow others if it matches their personal values and objectives. This capacity to adapt and change based on their internal guidance, rather than conforming to what others expect, essentially makes them uncontrollable. It's like trying to forecast the weather. Just when you think you've got it figured out, it changes. Number 2, unmoved by opinions. You know how some people change their opinions or behaviors based on what others think. They try to shape themselves to be accepted or liked. Well, Sigma males aren't like that. They don't worry about what others think or say about them. Their sense of self-worth isn't tied to others' opinions, which makes it impossible for social pressure to control them. They're open to hearing different viewpoints and considering them, but they won't alter their beliefs or actions just to make someone else happy. This independence makes them unpredictable and hard to persuade, no matter how much others may try. While many are focused on fitting in or gaining acceptance, Sigma males are in their own space, doing their own thing. It's not that they're rude or dismissive, they just don't let the opinions of others influence them. They don't look for approval or validation, so fears of disapproval can't control them. Some might view this as arrogance or stubbornness, but it really shows a high level of self-awareness and independence. Of course, this doesn't mean they completely disregard others' opinions, they simply don't allow these opinions to dictate their choices and actions. Number 1. Above average thinking. Sigma males make decisions using their intellect rather than just their emotions. They carefully consider the advantages and disadvantages, thinking things through logically before taking any action. Emotional arguments or peer pressure rarely sway them. If something doesn't make practical sense to them, convincing them to go along with it is a tough sell. They require facts, evidence, and solid reasoning before they're willing to reconsider their position on anything. This logical approach to life makes them highly resistant to attempts at control that rely on emotional manipulation or societal pressure. It's not that they're devoid of feelings, they simply choose to base their decisions on logic rather than on what others expect them to feel. This independence in thinking distinguishes them and makes them difficult to influence or predict. They're not ones to follow the crowd or act on something because they're told it's the right thing to do. They seek logical explanations and reasoning. This strong individualism and rational thought process render Sigma males nearly immune to control. They don't conform just because others do, which makes it hard for anyone to manipulate or sway them. Thank you for your attention. You can now become a member of the channel by clicking the join button under this video.